are Pike Racing, Danny Mackey from the Engadine area, and Tyler Town from the Traverse City, Michigan area. The 21 Cataract Collision Racing, Greg Cataract and Company out of Alpena, Michigan. It'll be Ryan Spencer from Flushing, Michigan, and Troy DeWald from Augrey, Michigan. The 28 Countryside Motorsports, Sebring, Michigan based. That's a Polaris. Cam Vermash out of Unionville, and Eric Churchill from Cass City, Michigan. The 67 Hoos Racing out of Ossining, Michigan. LJ Quick from Harrisville, and Austin Leak from Hubbard Lake, Michigan. The number 2 Town Brothers Racing Skidoo out of Traverse City, Michigan. It's Matt Town is the only rider I have listed at this time from Traverse City. The number 7 KMW Racing, that's Luke Krench from Hubbard Lake, and Dustin Schwant from Fox Lake, Wisconsin on an Artie Cat. The Pache Racing Polaris out of Sault Ste. Marie. Aaron Celestino from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Colin Henderson from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. The number 44, that is WV Racing Polaris, Unionville, Michigan. Kevin Vermash and Keith Gainforth from Unionville, Michigan. 28 Countryside Motorsports Polaris from Sebring, Michigan. Cam Vermash from Unionville. Eric Churchill from Cass City, Michigan. Carl Swartz Racing, number 72 Polaris. Team Applebee's. Today it'll be Nate Wickerham from Belding, Michigan, and Andy Shoemaker from Pinconning, Michigan. 43 Harris Racing Polaris, Morley, Michigan. That'll be Dakota Harris from Morley, Michigan. 23 Langus Racing Artie Cat, Theft River Falls, Minnesota. Ben Langus from Theft River Falls himself. Thief River Falls. 77 Brownlee Boys Racing, Fenton, Michigan. Ryan Wolf and Chad Seiler. WG Racing out of Flint, Michigan. Cam Williams from Flint and Isra Arnold from Unionville on a Polaris. 67 Who's Racing Polaris out of Harrisville, Michigan. Jordan Carlson from Hubbard Lake, Michigan, and LJ Quick from Harrisville, Michigan. 41 World Class Racing Polaris, they're out of Waterford. Stephen Allman from Tawas City, Michigan. Dustin Crago from Waterford, Michigan. We got the Labine, Mickey Sleds and More from Pinconning, Michigan. They're both based on that area. Zach DeWald from Augrey. Josh Mapes from Powers, Michigan. The 62 RCI Racing out of Traverse City. That's a Polaris. Kyle Richter from Traverse City. And we got Riley Odom. Number 91 is Wisner Racing. I believe that's Tom Wisner. We got the 00 Night Ski Racing out of Traverse City. Hayden Night Ski and from Breckenridge, Michigan. Andrew Terrell from Midland, Michigan. The number 10 Hoffmeyer Racing, that's Ryan Dalsky and Todd Hoffmeyer. 52 Abe SB Racing out of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. That's Ryan McKegg from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. We got the number 7 KMW Racing Artie Cat. That's Luke Krench from Hubbard Lake and Dustin Schwant from Fox Lake, Wisconsin. The number 8 Armstrong Racing. They're coming with a Skidoo out of Pinconning, Tate K and George Armstrong out of Pinconning. The RNS Racing from Hubbardston, Michigan, Kyle Rowe and Garner Kuzak. And we got the number 88 Great Lakes Motorsports from Cawcallin, Michigan. David Shoemaker from Pinconning and Austin Venitz from Pinconning, Michigan. That should be your field.
And here they come around. Great timing, Greg. Our field for our Extreme Power Sports 250 making their way around what we call a parade lap. And what they're doing is one to go. One to go is the signal. But the parade lap is to get the sleds just a little bit warmed up again from sitting on the ice there. And it's also there to, once again, let timing verify. These sleds carry a device called a transponder.
Well, anyway, I made a mistake on that. The ASB Racing is number 52. That is Anderson and Beaver from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And the 54 Ferky Racing is Ryan McKegg. I apologize for that right off the get-go.
All righty. So we've been given the signal one to go from Mark Jude, our flagman. And the teams are coming around. We're going to see that pace sled exit. Nice shot there of I-75. Exit 279 is where we are. The Doobie Motorsports Complex, the Extreme Power Sports 250, just about to get underway.
I see the 19 is your pole sitter. He was third place up at Eagle River, Wisconsin in our 100-lap World Championship in Durrell. The 21, the Cataract Collision, won it up there. Him and Ryan Spencer and Troy DeWald. And I believe in second place was the KMW of Luke Krentz. They had an Artie Cat. Artie Cat was 1 and 2, followed by a Polaris.
Fantastic. Here they come. Jamie Vincent slowing him down, sending him over to Mark Jude. He has that green flag from O'Reilly's poised and is now up and running, and we are underway for the Extreme Power Sports 250, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of shuffling on going between turn 1 and 2 as they hit the backstretch right now. Your leader starting to open up already, just a bit of a lead as they come around. 22, 24, 21.
Okay, here they come. It looks like the 22 Jovich Racing, followed by the 24 R&K and the 21. That is Cataract Collision Racing.
Like I said, exit. Go ahead and exit out of the app. Bring it back in. Sometimes you got to do that with this, folks. Just completely close it out and start it over. We have the luxury of having a race monitor in the booth here, so we can also keep watch of things for you. And we have the full list of players today. There's that LED lit sled of Cataract Collision. Okay, we got a yellow flag brought to you by O'Reilly's. The 22 sled is down. That's Jovich Racing. Get your tongue out of your eye teeth, JD, so you can see what you're saying, right? And we do not have a lucky stud on this lap, which I'll explain the lucky stud procedure to you. We do have everybody still in the lead lap, but the lucky stud happens during a caution flag. And what happens is the first sled that is not on the lead lap. So therefore, you're the leader of the pack, but you're a lap down for that pack. You are then given the opportunity to zip around, catch up to the pack, and put yourself back on the lead lap. That person's called the lucky stud, and their number will be announced when that happens. It only takes place during a caution flag. So,
yes, that's exactly right, JD. And sometimes you don't even have to be one lap down. The lucky stud could be somebody that's several laps down.
Right. I guess it would be the first sled that is the
not on the lead lap.
Not on the lead lap. There we go. Correct. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Well, 99% of the time you had it correct that they're one lap down that gets the lucky stud, but not necessarily. The actual official rule is the first machine off the lead lap gets the lucky stud. And obviously we just started the race, so there's nobody a lap down.
Right. That's me about 99% of the time. I'm right. I got that 1% where I can't get it together.
And I had made myself look foolish at Eagle River, where I was announcing that they started the race after the race started. We had a yellow flag, and we did not officially get a lap in. So I was calling for the lucky stud, and nobody got the lucky stud because we didn't have a complete lap in. So I was standing corrected again.
There you go. I'll tell you what, Greg, if it wasn't for mistakes, we wouldn't have a fun life, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you got the 22 Jovich Racing, the 24 R&K Motorsports, the 21 Cataract Collision, and the 19 Tommy Bauer in your top four. And kind of a surprise, but not a surprise, the Town Brothers Racing number 2 is in 5th place.
But Jovich just reported to the pits. He's the one that had that little incident in the back straightaway, looking for the pace sled to exit. We have the 22, the 24. I take that back. It wasn't the 22 sled. It was a different. They gave me the wrong number. 22 sled is our leader as we come up to the O'Reilly Auto Parts green flag.
I believe that's James Hicks and Billy Ski doing battle up in the front of that pack, and I believe that might be Ryan Spencer on that 21 Cataract Collision. Oh, these boys are running fast and furious right here.
Got a little movement going on back there in the back straightaway.
We got a little action going on. He pushed him in turn 3 there. Coming out of turn 4.
I'll tell you what, folks, this This is racing. A mere 0.7 of a second separating your first, second, and
A
third.
lot of snow dust in the middle of that pack, JD. It's something to watch out for. Those guys are getting a snoot full of snow dust.
Yes, they are.
The place to be is in the front of the pack right now. Hopefully this dust will clean on off as the 22 powers its way around. 24, 21, first, second, and third.
They're already developing a little bit of a berm there on the outside of turn number 4. You see them take some bumps there.
Well, like I said, we raced on this track all day yesterday. There's some characteristics. It's got character. There's no doubt about it.
That's it. And it's of the finest character because the Doobie Brothers Fabricating, they have just,
Turn 2,
we're
we got
going
a
yellow flag in turn 2. Let's see who is...
Well, it's too bad. I don't believe we officially got to the yellow flag, and it looked like the 21 was going to overtake the 22, but I think we got to resort back a lap. So
right.
Jovic should be still leading the 22 machine.
We have the yellow flag brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. They are professional parts people.
Did you catch the number on that, anybody? The guy up there? Whoever brought that yellow flag out?
I thought I heard them say it, but I didn't. The radio's just not near us close enough for me to get that information. But we'll keep looking. I see the tow sled heading out, so let's see if we can find out betwixt and between our camera angles where the downed rider is.
Well, hopefully it's just a down machine and not a rider laying on the ice, and it doesn't seem to be.
Right, from what we can see here in our beautiful broadcast vantage point, all looks pretty good. Here comes your field again, led by that Myra Pace sled. Mark Jude saying, go between my cones, but don't you dare hit one of them. He's telling them boys, you better be careful.
240 to go, according to Race Monitor. 10 laps in the book.
Was it 91 that wrecked?
91, Wisner Racing.
91.
I believe that's Thomas Wisner.
Yep, and he has already reported to pit row, so we'll get the boys around here one more time, get them bunched back up, and get them back underway. There they are. They're kind of forming a nice little pack back there on turn number 3.
Again, this year in Myra, we're going to start 2 wide. Something new this year. They got to run on the outside of the cones. I had to stand corrected again by Chris Reams up there in Eagle River. Chris, very knowledgeable.
Okay, your pace sled is off. There's your leader pack again. And that O'Reilly green flag is flying right now when we're back under racing action.
This makes for good action, this double file restart.
As they head into turn number 2, they are battling for positions
We
there
got
once again.
just enough of a breeze to kind of lift that snow dust off in these guys. 22, Dave Jovic and Company, Holly, Michigan, Fire Right 250 sponsor up there in Lincoln, but right now I believe it's James Hicks being followed by none other than Ryan Spencer from Flushing, Michigan. No, that's the 21. It is Ryan Spencer. I had it right.
Yeah, good for you.
Going to try to correct myself, and I'm already right.
Let's write that one down, eh? It's a gold letter day. We got one right. All right.
It looks like the 34, Kovar Pike Racing, moving into 3rd place. That could be Danny Mackey from Engadine. I believe it is. Very strong competitor, these guys up there from Engadine, Michigan. Brian Kovar, the owner of that team up there in Newberry. Looks like Danny's having a good run right now.
And once again, folks, we want to welcome you into Flow TV's coverage of the Extreme PowerSports 250 here at the Doobie Manufacturing Motorsports Park, Doobie Motorsports Park.
24, the R&K Motorsports. Your 4th place machine in the Countryside Motorsports, number 28, running 5th.
22, chasing 21 right now.
Look at that. We got the young guns, Labine and Josh Mapes on the number 29 machine.
Yep. Spencer's taking over the lead.
Imagine that, the 21 in the lead.
Right.
Artie Cat powered Polaris. And we got a couple more Polarises there. Mackey in 24, Billy Ski and Company. Running out of Empire. Billy's about ready to make some noise, and he's a very strong competitor. He's had his share of problems along with a lot of these other guys. Everybody trying to knock that 21 off its perch, and you know how how hard that's been, JD, in the last 2 or 3 years.
He has just been unstoppable.
Both of those guys, Ryan and Troy, I've said it for years. They're on a magic carpet ride, those guys are. They know how to get her done. But let's see what happens today. Mackey right there. Mackey and Ski. Good battle going on. Traverse City versus Engadine, Michigan right there.
All right.
Good racing up front. I don't believe anybody's off the lead lap as we speak. Everybody running pretty strong so far.
Now, during the off season, Greg, we had our drivers fill out a little form for us so we could do some, some nice talk about them folks. And Andrew Terrell is Night Ski Racing 00. Hayden Night Ski also with the team member. Family is Kristen and Kyron Terrell. And for Hayden, it's Brittany and Nash, the young son out of Breckenridge. 4 years, the years of racing, 13 for Andrew and 3 years for Hayden. Off-season activities, car racing for Andrew, golf for Hayden. And his grandpa, Jim Terrell, was Andrew's racing idol. And Grandpa Frankie Stover was a hero for Hayden Night Ski. So that's a little bit about our drivers here competing today in the Extreme PowerSports.
We had a few machines going a lap down. I seen the 21 and the 34 getting around the 52 and the 77 being put back a lap early on at lap 20. These guys are setting a blistering pace. The 22, the 24, the 34. Lord have mercy.
They's on fire.
The Countryside Motorsports is hanging up on in there in 5th place. The number 67, Who's Racing, LJ Quick and Jordan Carlson hanging on in there. The 29, Labine and Mickey's Motors and more running 7th place right now. Town Brothers Racing dropped down to 8th, but still having a pretty good run. Uh-oh, here comes the number 7. They're 8th right now. KMW Racing trying to make their move. Not used to being this far back, JD.
I'm telling you.
Oh, what a beautiful sight on a beautiful day here in Gaylord, Michigan.
24, they're up on one ski on the inside
24
the track.
and 22. 24 getting around, James Hicks. Billy Ski. Listen to those 2 strokes. Unbelievable the horsepower they're getting out of these 600cc mod motors. 34, Danny Mackey. He's lurking back there against the 22. Mackey on the inside. 22 seems like he lost just a little bit of handling right there.
Exactly. Mackey making the move from 4th to 3rd.
And last 2 weekends ago up at Eagle River, that 34 machine just wasn't grabbing traction for action, and that's a fact. And he's got her going today.
We got a hand up over in the back straightaway. Not going yellow yet, but still got a hand up. So one driver is letting everybody know that, hey, I've got a little issue and I'll stay on the inside and y'all be careful.
The 34 and 24, pretty good race going on for that 2nd position, but right now that Artie Cat up front, the Alpina Cataract Collision Racing is leading the pack.
Okay, near as I can tell, our sled with some issues has made it off into pit row safely, which is a wonderful thing.
62 getting 34 getting around the 24.
Yep, they're swapping again right there. See what happens when we come across the line.
$34 looks like he's stretching it out. 24 looks like he might have lost a little bit of something there. Unless 34's picked up the pace, we'll have to look at some of them lap times. Darn near a second between them. 27.40 for Kovar Racing, and the 24 was 28.302. Almost a full second between them on that last lap. So let's see if there's something going on with that 24, or is 34 just picking up the pace?
I say that's that blistering speed that Caderet sets. They just start distancing themselves from the field. Every single lap, you'll find them just a little bit farther ahead. So
you are not lying, JD.
34.
The last lap was 26.969 for Cataract Collision. Just Ryan Spencer just eating that ice up.
It's almost like that sled. Whoa, look at this. We got a little squirrely coming out of turn 4 there.
88?
It's almost like that sled. The longer it runs, the more it wants to chew up some ice.
As you've seen that 88 Great Lakes Motorsport rocking up on one ski.
They have created quite a little berm at the exit of turn 4 there.
67, Who's Racing moving up into that 4 spot. Luke Krentz moved up about 4 or 5 spots already. He's in 5th place, that number 7, KMW Racing. 34 on the move. Still got quite a distance.
67 with a brave move on the inside at turn number 4. Just about took out the competitor there, but managed to make the pass.
The Bauer Racing number 19, not hooked up is what I've seen in the past, but still not running terrible. That Tommy Bauer Racing entry out of Farwell, Michigan. I believe it's Tyler Nichols on that machine right now. Had a beautiful shot before the race of him and his wife. Fantastic people, fantastic competitors. We're glad to have them in Myra. 21 right there, Ryan Spencer from Flushing, Michigan. Father Terry Spencer, proud peacock in that pit area. Terry, a long-time Myra man, supports the Myra scene 100%. Special shout out to you, Terry Spencer. Oh, and we got the 54.
Oh,
I believe that's Ryan McCaig. I almost believe the 34 just barely touched him. I'm not sure about that. 54, McCaig coming off that machine. No worse for the wear.
That brings up the O'Reilly yellow flag as Fricke Racing tries to right themselves and get back underway. We do have a piece of, got some track debris. We're going to communicate that to the Myra folks. We have a piece of debris on the track, and I don't think they see it.
I believe that the 54 and 34 were nose to tail, and I'm not sure if they touched ever so slightly, but we've seen the results.
Well, I got a feeling here that courtesy of our intrepid broadcaster, we're going to get a chance to take a look at that on instant replay. And we'll be able to tell you what's going on.
I do believe we had it right. If we got the numbers correct.
This is something you didn't get to see yesterday. This is fantastic. Watch this. As our field slows down and begins to bunch back up again, we're going to take a look at that little altercation in turn number 4. As you can see, the number 54 just came in, and Cataract kind of behind him, and he just took a tumble off that inside edge. Look at that right there, the inside edge.
I do believe the 34 clipped him.
Oh,
or the 21.
Well,
the 21 clipped him.
He did, but I think it was after he started his roll, because you look at the way the ski comes up out of the air, right about there, and then he gets bumped by Cataract because he's already in a vulnerable position and his back end's coming out around there. So, yeah, again, I'm sure it was totally unavoidable. And,
definitely. Incidental contact.
Ryan
Good hard racing.
Yep. Just a blessing. He just stands up, waves his hand, and
Your
says...
running order number 1 is 21 Cataract Collision, followed by the 34 Kovar Pike Racing. 67 Who's Racing in 3rd place, 7 KMW moving up. Awful fast in 4th place. The 5th place position is 24 R&K Motorsports, the number 6. 28 Countryside Motorsports, the 7. Town Brothers Racing, 8. Number 19 Tommy Bauer Racing, 9. Langus Racing, number 23 in your top 10. Falling out of it, the number 22 Yovich Racing. I'm not sure what ails that machine.
Going to give you a quick rundown on Furky Racing. Ryan McCaig, they're out of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Dad and Mom, Tom and Jody McCaig, and Jamie Furky, the girlfriend of Ryan, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as I said. 5 years racing, and he enjoys boating and four-wheeling in the off-season, and his racing idol is Kevin Harvick.
Very well said, JD.
Why, thank you. Once again, folks, we welcome you to our coverage here on Flow TV of the Extreme Power Sports 250, and we will take a moment to remind you of some of our other local sponsors that we have here as well, and local and national, like Beard Oil Distributing and Leasing from Mount Pleasant, supplying petroleum products and services across the USA for over 50 years. Beard Oil not only handles fuel, but lubricants, additives, DEF, and they also provide fluid handling, water trucks, as well as large fuel trucks, tankers, oil vans, DEF trailers, oil trailers, and so much more. A family-owned third-generation business that is also a certified woman-owned business. Worker safety, environmental safety, and superior efficiency have been the design criteria behind their entire operation. Beard Oil, fueled by trust. Call them at 989-772-6068 or visit beardoil.com.
Well, you know, JD, I had the privilege of meeting the late Mark Beard. He was in the VIP booth with me up at Sault Ste. Marie, and he was just a tremendous guy, a tremendous motorsports enthusiast, that he even had his car in the Daytona 500. It was Beard Motorsports, and I can't remember who else. There was 2 names on the car, and it was the year I had my sickness, and I watched it, and I do believe they came in 11th. In the Daytona 500.
That pace sled is gone. That O'Reilly green flag comes a-flying again. Back underway. 2:14 remaining in the books here.
Like 22 is 50 anyway.
21 Cataract Collision. Ryan Spencer riding that machine. Oh, I seen the yellow flag fly, I do believe. I'm not sure.
Once again, that O'Reilly yellow flag coming out. A little more laundry on the field.
Oh, here we are over here.
There it is right there. We
Number
got
43.
Let's take a look at
I believe that's Dakota.
I'm looking for you here, my friend.
Dakota Harris.
Harris Racing, yep.
He's out of Morley, Michigan, not seeing what happened.
He's up, he's rolling, he's got his sled back underway. He's going to try and get her back on the track. And
I had that wrong, JD. I seen what happened. I don't know how it happened. We seen that he got over the bank.
He did.
Don't know how he got there or what the circumstances were. Hopefully it wasn't involved with another snowmobile, that it was self-inflicted.
Right. I'm wondering, can we go to the tape, Matt?
That's fine.
So we're bunching our boys back up again. And I did not hear anything regarding a lucky
I don't
stud.
believe we got a full lap in, JD.
That's probably right from the restart.
I don't know that to be a fact.
I'm going to lean with your assessment of the subject, because if it did not complete a full lap after that restart, they will not be a lucky stud. So, right.
And again, something new this year. We started it up at Eagle River. We got double file restarts, a little more action. Traction for action is what they call it. And when you bring them in there too wide, this late to the, we're not that late into the game yet, but as it gets later and later and later, as the adrenaline builds, there's going to be a lot of excitement on those restarts, double file.
All right, we're going green here. We have just been informed, simply for informational purposes, that Jovic Racing number 22 has received a black flag. So we're going to keep on that situation for you and follow up as details become available.
The Flushing, Michigan native, Ryan Spencer out front, Artie Cat. Oh, we got another one right there. A couple machines, a couple guys. See one guy down. A couple machines down. What a beautiful shot by our Flow TV specialist right there. Everybody's up. That is the number one thing right here.
Again, wonderful that well, as usually happens during snow machine racing, they develop different conditions on the track. And right now we're being informed that there's a small berm that's beginning to form, a little mogul, if you will, outside of turn number 2 as they exit turn 2. And that's starting to give our racers a little bit of cause to kind of pay a little closer attention there, boys and girls. But our field is under that O'Reilly's Auto Parts caution flag right now, getting back